Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of the Caregiver and Spoonie podcast. I'm your host, Jordan Banderas. And before we get started, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any episodes of the podcast. And let's get into today's episode, shall we? Now, I wanted to talk about this episode because a lot of people have sent me messages about how can you save yourself? Like, why do I say that you can save yourself? And let me tell you why I say that. Because it's very important to understand, because this actually might help you in the long run. It might not make sense right now, but at one point it might. Maybe you might hear from me, you might hear from other people, and then it might click. That's pretty much the way that I work as well too. Like I will tell that story later. So here's the thing though, you can and you should and you will save yourself whenever you decide. And what do I mean by that? What I mean is, like, just like in a previous episode, I mentioned like how you're imprisoned in your mind. Well, in order for you to save yourself, you have to make a decision. Literally, you have to make a decision literally to say like, okay, do I wanna stay the way that I am right now? Do I wanna keep suffering? Do I wanna keep doing the same thing over and over again that keeps giving me the same fucking result? Or do I want to do something different? Do I want to become better? This is pretty much what I had to do. When I say that, that's pretty much what I did. Okay, I can only tell you about what I did, what worked for me. It might not work for you. It might work in a different way. I'm just giving you almost like a blueprint, and then you can just change it however you want. Okay. And if you hear this noise, just so you know, those are my shoes. My shoes are so squeaky. So anyway, like I was saying, like you can save yourself, but you have to make a decision. When you make a decision of that, okay, I want to change my life. I want to do what I want to do. I don't care what people say about me. I'm a Spoonie. I want to get rid of this depression. I want to get rid of this anxiety. I want to get rid of this illness. I want to take control of this illness, because certain conditions might never go away. You can just control them. Because right now, like for example, I can only talk about my wife, or even in my case, inflammation is running rampant. And the reason why at least my inflammation is running rampant is because I eat a lot. I eat a lot of things that I shouldn't be eating. I know that I shouldn't be eating them, but they're so fucking good. So that's the reason why I'm like, oh fuck, I have to change. And I've been trying to change. So I already decided that I'm going to change. I have reduced my sugar intake. I do see the difference. But when you have chocolate in my house, it better be gone. And usually I'm the one that eats it. So anyway, so it is hard. Like I said, anything that I talk about in this podcast, it is hard. And a lot of people might say like, oh, it's impossible for me to save myself. I need help. And here's the thing with that. Yes, people can help you to save yourself. Like the way that I help my wife. I help her with, like, I get all the research that I do for this podcast, as well. I posted on the page on Facebook or on Instagram or all this, so on social media, and I also tell that to my wife. It's like, hey, maybe this might work, maybe this might work, maybe this might work, but at the same time, and I'm calling her out right now, you have to try it. Because I posted this thing about the microbiome the other day on social media. People liked it. People didn't like it. I don't care. And I was telling my wife, it's like, look, I've been talking about this. Maybe this is something that could be causing your problem. This is maybe something that we need to look into, because she has had some tests done where it shows that pretty much all her vitamins and minerals are low. I'm like, you need to eat better, and we are eating better, but she's very picky with food. I'm like, why? I'm like, sometimes you have to change the way that you eat. You might have to eat things that you might like you might have to, sometimes you might have to eat things that you might not like, but it's up to her to try it or not. I'm only doing the research for me and for her. If she doesn't want to try it, there's nothing that I can do. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you have to try things too. You have to understand that you have to try new things. You have to see the bigger picture. Because sometimes, I don't know if you're one of these people, if you're listening to this, you might be, because I know I am like this. Like sometimes somebody might say like, hey, if you try this, it might help you with this. Like for example, like with food. When the doctors told me about my heart, like when I was having the heart issue not too long ago, and the doctor said like, you have to eat greens, you have to eat more vegetables and fruits, and I was like, fruits, yeah, vegetables, not so much. It's like, you have to eat spinach, you have to eat this, you have to. And I was like, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to try it, and I did try it, and guess what? I feel a lot better with it. Now that I'm eating healthier in certain aspects of my life, I feel a lot better. So you have to try. So pretty much you have to become your own superhero. Literally, you have to become your own fucking superhero and say like, you know what? I have to get in a better state of mind, in a better shape physically. There's gonna be things that you might not like. There's gonna be things that you might like. But as long as you try, you can see what works and what doesn't work. And when you do that, you can start saving yourself from the chronic pain. Because if you're a Spoonie as well, there's gonna be so many, or especially right now, there's so many conditions that medicine is not working. They don't know what the hell is going on. The doctors don't know what the hell is going on. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to say. They don't know what to give you sometimes. When, like in my wife's case, we have tried pretty much everything. Like we have tried all the medicines that the insurance can cover, and everything that we can, and sometimes they don't even work. So that's why I say like sometimes you're gonna have to try new things. My wife doesn't want to do it. It's like, okay, it's up to you. I can only work with you. I cannot work for you. And that's pretty much what we're gonna have to understand. That's why sometimes people might think that you're seeking attention because you're not doing things that, or they're not seeing what you're doing. If you're doing everything you can and people don't see it, then don't worry about it. The problem is when you talk to somebody and they tell you, like for example, if you talk to me about like, oh, I'm in pain or I'm this, I'm gonna be like, you know what? I did the research about this. You might have to see this kind of specialist. You might have to do this. You might have to do that. And if you don't do it, and then you come back later and keep telling me like, you know what? I feel the same. And I ask you, hey, did you try what I told you? Because I know that it works. Let's say I try with my wife and it works, I know that it might work for you, it might not work for you. And you just tell me like, oh no, I didn't try it because it's too hard. Then I'm gonna be like, then you don't wanna get better. And and in my mind is like, you don't wanna save yourself pretty much. You want somebody to do all the work for you, and that's not how it works. Because when you start becoming your own superhero, literally you have to break free of your limitations. You have to sometimes, or in all cases probably, I'm just gonna put it all out there because there are enough treatments to help you feel better. The problem is that the problem is that the better the treatment it gets, the more expensive it gets as well. So sometimes you're gonna have to break free of your limitations to, let's say, make more money. Like you're gonna need to make more money one way or another. And I'm not saying like do something illegal. I'm not saying that you're gonna have to work 2 jobs. What I'm saying is like you're gonna have to figure out a way to be able to afford the new treatment. That you're gonna have to break free of that limitation that you have when it comes to your income. Like for example, if you had an idea of having your own business, then you know that it's gonna work because let's say you're a good salesman. You're already let me put it to you this way. You work in customer service. You get paid by commission. You have to sell stuff, and you're the best at it. You're the best at it. You're making good money, but not enough to give you the next level of treatment. Well, you're already good at selling. Why if you get your own business started? You don't have to leave your job, You can just do it as a side hustle and see if it works. You can start little and then grow it as much as you can with the time that you have or with the energy that you have. See, like you're gonna start breaking free of your limitations. Like in my case, one of my limitations is like I feel like I'm not strong enough because I haven't worked out in so long, and it is hard. That I don't feel like I'm strong enough or in shape enough to be able to take care of my wife, because at one point everything's pointing out that she might need a wheelchair and it's gonna be hard. So I know I have to get stronger. I have to get healthier in order for me, like in regards to myself, I'm doing good. Like I feel like I already saved myself and I'm already working on myself a lot, and now I'm focusing on my wife, on helping her. So what I'm saying with this is like, if you have a limitation, try to break free, but you have to understand what limitation is that. Like one of the things that let me put it to you this way in the story is like, some of the limitations that I had growing up is like not that I wasn't gonna be good enough at learning. That's pretty much the limitation that was imposed to me by my own family, by other people. So I had to break free out of that. I had to believe in myself. So now I know that I can learn. But you have to understand that it will take time to learn. So you break free out of your limitations. And another thing is, like, in order for you to save yourself, you have to find yourself. You have to know who you are. Not don't say I am this, I am that, I am dumb, I am this, I am dumb. I'm who you are exactly. Like who you are. Don't use the label that was put on you as your description. It's who you are. Like for example, in my case, it's like I am Jordan. I am a learner. I am who I want to be. You know, like that's how you find yourself. You have to understand who you are, what you like, what do you like to do, what brings you joy, what brings you happiness. You know, what makes you happy. If you like to do things that make you happy, do them. Like if you like, there's a lot of people, I mean, in my opinion, I don't understand, but there's a lot of people that like to crochet because it makes them happy. So if you like to crochet, if you like to bake, if you like to do something, find yourself. That's how you save yourself, by finding yourself first. You know, like in order for you to save yourself, you have to do so many steps, but you have to do one at a time. Once you complete one level, move on to the next and the next. Literally, it's like a video game, you know? And that's pretty much what life is, almost like a video game. Now, when you find yourself, don't expect others to like you right away. Because I know that now I'm more outspoken. I swear a lot more because I don't care what people say about me. I don't care about what people think about me. I don't care what expectations they have about me. I only care about my own expectations, if I have any. Like one of the expectations that I have right now is for me to learn more, to be able to read faster. Those are the expectations. That's not a hard expectation. I just need to read more and learn more, you know? Like do more research, do more things that I like. Those are the expectations. Just literally the expectations that I have is for me to do what I really, really want. That's my only expectation. And that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about today in this episode, about how you can save yourself. I hope you guys are enjoying the episodes. I really, really appreciate you guys. I like how we're growing organically. I like the new listeners, the new supporters, the new followers. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And if you're liking the podcast, if you're liking it, don't forget to share it to other people. That way we can grow even more and bring more people towards the community so they can feel supported, especially right now with everything that's going on. So people need support, and that's why I want to bring to you. So remember, I support you. I believe in you. You can do it. Don't worry about the outcome. Just start. You have to start. So don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. That way you can listen to more episodes. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to share your story anonymously, like I always say, you can send it to me at the caregiver and spoonie@gmail.com. And as always, I leave you with this. As always, take care of yourself and have a good day.